My wife tell me, boy, you can't go out online. When you're done from work, come home the same time. My wife tell me, boy, you can't go out online. Don't link up with Terry G and A9. She catch me at a show, drinking El Dorado with Rishi Khaderu.
Pick up the Mr. Rishi Khaderu. It's Jay Day on the ride. Happy birthday to Aiden. Happy birthday, Aiden. Auntie Nalini Naidu. The guy, Mr. Dignitary, in the Janjat video.
Fight Janjat anywhere you go. Janjat in the Chutney show.
Pull up that line.
That was Mr. Terry G. How fun was it videoing that? Guys, put your hands together for Mr. Dignitary. What can I say? A reggae artist. You know, when you think of Guyanese singers, you think of Bollywood, but you're one of the ones who are different. You know,
yes.
You love doing dancehall and reggae.
Yeah, dancehall, reggae, our West Indian kind of music, local, mixed, soca, everything mixed into one.
And most of your songs are written by whom?
Well, I write most of the lyrics, and they're most like, I guess, or stuff that I witness that goes on, you know. I make my songs off of those topics.
Wow, beautiful songs. So name a few titles that's on YouTube right now for them to check the titles when I have them right here. And you know, these will soon become antique, right? They're CDs, but you could check it out on YouTube. Give Me a Sign. Is this an entire album on YouTube?
Yeah, that's the whole album. That's actually my first album. That was 2008, that one.
And how about Real Gals?
Real Gyal is Riddim. That's actually a rhythm I produced, featuring various artists at the studio.
Nardo Rank, Junior Cat.
That's Super Cat brother. I don't know if you heard of Super
I heard
Cat.
of Super Cat, that's right.
Brother.
So guys, Mr. Dignitary, Bumper Body. And I love your songs. I've always listened to it. And this is my collection for the studio, Shanaz Musical Sensation. And I love keeping back to them. And, you know, look at what I like. And, you know, we all don't like the same music, but it's good to have diversity. And when you're singing from your heart, that's what you understand most of the time.
Yeah, that is true. And like you said, I mean, nowadays we don't really do much CDs because it's really all digital platform, streaming and stuff. But, you know, CDs are a time of when, I guess you would say, artists do an album. It's like them at that moment. Like you can listen to an album and
what year it was produced. And
yeah, and then you can probably get an idea of what that artist was going through at that moment, or maybe the way they think at that moment, you know.
Well, I love CDs because I always keep it handy in my car. When you're on road trips, sometimes your internet service doesn't work, you don't get a good radio channel that you might listen to. So I always keep a CD in my car, in the studio, you know, your computers plays it as well. So, you know, don't get rid of the things that you love the most, and that is music. When you have music handy, if you don't have a smartphone these days, you can always go back to your CD player.
Yes, of course.
So it comes from the bone. Hey, the Jaan from Queens, our famous YouTuber. And Ravi, how are you doing? Good evening to you. What would you like to say out there for all the viewers? And I know you're releasing a brand new song tonight on Shanaz Musical Sensation. Do you know that guy commenting there?
Yeah, I want to say big respect. That's my brother right there, Apache Waria, Arawak Indian, all my brothers. You know, I grew up with these guys from way before, since I was young. You know, I was like the youngest one around them, from Apache to Arawak.
Was he a bad influence?
Apache, yeah, he's probably, I wouldn't even say nothing else on that, you know. But Terry G and, you know, all of them, you know, I don't know if you know, but I used to go by the name of Apache Yute.
Apache
like
Yute.
Way back in the late 90s, mid 90s.
Did somebody say happy birthday to Arawak?
Oh yes, today is Arawak birthday, so definitely want to say happy birthday greetings to Arawak Indian, you know.
And Apache Warrior said he still have your cassettes, you know. Those will become antique soon and you'll get a lot of money for cassettes and cassettes players. So keep them.
Yeah.
Mr. Apache Warrior, big up to you. Mr. Jacob Ramsamy, how you doing? Good. Happy birthday to Mr. Arawak. Ravi, how you doing? Good evening. Of you. Thank you for tuning in to Shanaz Musical Sensation. Nanda Burilai, how you're doing? And we're celebrating Holi in the studio. It looks like we're close, but we're kind of far away. The camera is making us look like we're close, you know. So we have Mr. Navin sing in the studio. Select the both and the ones and the twos. And are you ready to release? And do you guys want to hear him sing? Or should we release a brand new song that you hear? For?
You could release the song and then I'll do a little live something for them.
That's right, you know, always good.
Right before you drop that track, actually, too, I do want to say big respect to each and everyone that showed support on this brand new song.
A lot of support, I saw you.
Yeah, especially Shanaz, also you, Jaan from Queens, you know, the producer, Costa Rebel from Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Yeah, he's from Costa Rica. You know, that's doing dancehall-reggae music.
Right.
And, you know, you can hear the production. It's, you know, it's like really crazy.
What is... Explain the title of the song, because I saw the picture.
Yeah. Well, the song name is Dibby Girl.
Dibby Girl.
Dibby Gyal. But the word Dibby is like a Jamaican term, I guess. That means like kind of, in Guyanese we would say pagli, I guess.
Pagli girl, okay.
Or stupidity, I guess, to put it like that. So Dibby is like probably somebody who's just okay, you know.
Flirty maybe?
Yeah, or don't really know so much of what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes SMS don't know much of what she's doing.
I'm sure SMS is not no Dibby Gyal. Yeah.
John from Queens, good evening to you. Good evening to Mr. Waria. Lisa, how you doing? Let's rock and roll. Roshni, how you doing? Thank you guys for joining us on Shanaz Musical Sensation. Kapadia Lolman, we have some dal rice, coconut choka, spinach, and what else in the studio? I'm sure you're smelling some good food. That is KP's Kitchen, made a delivery earlier to Shanaz Musical Sensation. Let's rock and roll. Jacob Ramsamy, Indira, how you guys? Let's turn it up with Dibby Gyal.
Yes, take it away, DJ.
Let's go.
A dignitary come again. For the girls again. Men I got joke and pretend. Dibby Gyal, men want no Dibby Gyal. Dibby Gyal, men want no Dibby Gyal. Take it on the bed, up on the flooring, gyal. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, gyal. Give me the girl with the fancy loving. 'Cause them have some girl, them not know about nothing. Put them in a bed, them not do a thing. Dignitary in a bed, me love the whining. Show me want a girl with the fancy loving, who a lie down in a bed and do the right thing. Like that's a fancy loving. You know that's a fancy loving. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Take it on the bed, up on the flooring, girl. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Take it on the bed, up on the flooring, girl. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. On the window, make she jump up now the air. Put it one time and she jump like a deer. Tell them they get a fling it in extra gear. And when me come in like a nuclear. Y'all them a tell me and them make a pair. When them see the dignitary, them a draw nearer. Them a broke out and them well want this fear. Y'all from you ready, put your hand up in the air. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Take it on the bed, up on the flooring, girl. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Take it on the bed, up on the flooring, girl. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. Me a the boat, you a the nut. Up me say you fi jump up. 1 furlong, you fi take. 2 furlong, you fi take. 3 furlong and you want fi give up. Like a volcano, me a erupt. Up on me say you fi climb up. Nobody tell me nothing about say your time up. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Take it on the bed, up on the flooring, girl. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Take it on the bed, up on the flooring, girl. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. One, 'cause you're not boring, girl. Wind up your body, wine for the general. Go on, ya me girl, 'cause your body physical. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. Wind up your body, wine for the general. Go on, ya me girl, 'cause your body physical. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Take it on the bed, up on the flooring, girl. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Take it on the bed, up on the flooring, girl. Hold up your one, 'cause you're not boring, girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. Dibby girl, me no want no Dibby girl. up on the bed, up on the flooring, girl. Hold up your one, girl, you're not boring, girl. Dibby girl, man, want no dibby girl. Dibby girl, man, want no dibby girl. Take up on the bed, up on the flooring, girl. Hold up your one, girl, you're not boring, girl.
Well, definitely not a boring girl, not a boring track indeed. No Dibby Gyal, he wants an active girl.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Cause you can get the idea of the Dibby Gyal.
Dibby boring. I go with Dibby means boring girl. And you know what? I want to speak on relationship. I was talking to a couple co-workers tonight, and today at work actually, and I asked them about their relationship. And yes, a lot of guys said they have some boring girls. When they were going out, they weren't boring, but you put the ring on them and they become boring.
Yeah.
So they become Dibby Gyal.
But that's the thing, you know. I mean, even with the ring on, you just gotta always try to spice it up. Get boring. And lose all interest and all that. So.
That's right, and it's not just girls from Guyana, it's girls from Trinidad and the islands, because I work with very diverse crowd, and I was asking them, how is your relationship, and stuff like that. And believe me, the guys are more boring and get bored easily in a relationship than the girls. The girls feel like it's normal, and guess what? They could get boring. Roshni, good night to you. How are you doing? Navin Collection, how are you? Navin, good evening. Good evening. Thank you guys for tuning in to Shanaz Musical Sensation. I believe you could check it out on the famous Jaan from Queens YouTube channel as well, and your Facebook page, your Facebook and your YouTube channel.
Yeah, the YouTube channel, they can search up Muzik-Matic TV or search Dignitary in the search for Facebook or Instagram. I'm all over. Just hit the Google search Dignitary on Google.
Dignitary.
Yeah, I'll come up on the search and music streaming.
The beautiful Liz Padman watching us from Guyana, Kapadia Lalman watching us from NYC, KP's Kitchen for all your catering needs. Put that number inside and guys call her for your delicious when you're not in the mood to cook. KP's Kitchen can deliver for you. Hey, good evening to Mr. Rodolfo. How you guys are doing? Sono Jr. Good evening to Chandra Lal. Ravi, how are you doing? Thank you, Seema Ram. Happy Holi to each and every one of you and your hubby Renee. So happy Holi to your husband Renee from Seema Ram. Hey, Lachman Prasad, how you guys are doing? Let's rock and roll, and I believe we want to hear him freestyle. So thank you guys for sharing the link, sharing the love. Let's go select the boulders on the ones and the twos. Coming up next is, you gonna freestyle something? They want to hear you.
Yeah, okay. We can do something live, exclusive right now on SMS.
What's up? The mic is all yours. You could take it off. So let's go. Select the bulb, and Mr. Dignitary in the studio. Big up to Navin. Sing. Let's go.
Yes. Shanaz Musical Sensation. I want to say big respect to our Guyanese, all West Indian. Yo. All the Guyanese. Mr. Me love Guyana bad. Love Guyana bad. How we love Guyana bad. Love Guyana bad. Me love Guyana bad. Tell them say me love me country. Guyana bad. Tell mommy the dignitary. Me love Guyana bad. Tell them say me love me country. Guyana bad. Tell mommy the dignitary. This high dignitary telling everybody. Me born in a Guyana, grow in New York City. But as a Guyanese, me not got ton Yankee. I feel know about me. Coffee, come open up your ears and listen to me. So whether you are black or you are coolie, whether APN you are PPP, we must live together in a unity. Me love Guyana bad, tell them say me love me country. Guyana bad, tell mommy the dignitary. Me love Guyana bad, tell them say me love me country. Guyana bad, tell mommy the dignitary. Come me love Guyana bad. Love Guyana bad. Come me love Guyana. You ready for the history time now? Hear this. Come let me tell you something so no must understand. Guyana was a country run by the Englishman in a 66 we gain independence. In case you never know, me a go mention Guyana is a country below the ocean. The first people was the Amerindian, but in this century you find lots of nation like the black and the white, also the Indian. You find the Portuguese and the Chinese.
man. So listen up good and you must understand. Guyana is a country below the ocean. The first people was the Amerindian, but it is a cherry you find not a nation. Like the black and the white, also the Indian. You find the Portuguese and the Chinese man. So listen up good and you must understand. Guyana is a country below the ocean. The first president of the one Arthur Chunbuk. After that was Lyndon Burnham. That's why the Dignitery of mention. Me love Guyana, but tell him me love me country. Guyana, but tell me the Dignitery. Me love Guyana, but no one know what you know. All over the world I'm going, I'm looking for a girl all over the world, right? So hear the story now. Watch out, watch out. Yo, me say me make up my mind, figure to Europe. Me get fi understand they are corrupt. Pull up that. Shanaz, you don't know this one. I'm gonna dedicate this one to all the Guyanese girls, them, right? I know the Guyanese girls, them sweet like brown sugar. Watch out. Me say me make up my mind, we go to Europe. Me get we understand they are corrupt. Every time what making love, them love to suck. So me make up my mind, me go watch Japan. Me link a Japanese girl for be my woman. But the language she a chat, me can't understand. Every morning me get up and long ching pong. Me make up my mind, me come America. Here's a Yankee girl, them a big timer with chain on them neck and ring on them finger. And when me check it out, them a big timer. But what turn me off, them a and become me cheaty girl, the best in the world. Me cheaty girl, the best in the world. Cheaty girl, the best in the world. Me cheaty girl, the best in the world. Now we out the GT, to the baba boy. Everybody know we run the country. I me say we out the GT, to the baba boy, and now we got the GT money. I me say we out the GT, to the baba boy. Everybody know we run the country. I me say we out the GT, to the baba boy, and now we got the GT money. Because we love Guyana bad. Love Guyana bad. We love Guyana bad. Love Guyana. Yes, Shanaz. You don't know, I want to say big respect to all my Guyanese people, all my West Indian people, all my Trinidadian people. Hear what happen now. Bada bang bang, bada bang bang. We could have come from Trinidad, in a Guyana, or in a Jamaica, in a Matta. The color of your complexion, respect you want to each and everyone respect. Everybody do respect, say respect. Everybody do respect. You could have be a Bajan, Puerto Rican, Trinidadian, or a Jamaican, in the Matta. The color of your complexion, respect you want to each and everyone respect. Everybody do respect, say respect. Everybody, yes, I want to say big respect to the selector right there, see? Shanaz, big respect to my Navin, live and direct, watch out.
Beautiful track indeed, and I think you're getting a lot of love. Give some shout out to those folks.
Yes, I want to say big respect to each and everyone locked on right now, live and direct. Facebook, everyone in the comment section. Also want to say big respect to Shanaz Musical Sensation for making this possible. Jaan from Queens, big up. Boom.
The beautiful Liz Paduman, she's saying, we run the country. That's right, all the way from Guyana. Liz Paduman,
yes,
good night.
You don't know, we got the aisle money. I see somebody said that.
That's right. Mr. Nelson, ready, good night to you. How you doing? Rayad Khan watching us, that is Allstate Insurance. Hey, Sonia Chandani, good night to you. Mr. Rajiv Nandalal. Prakash Patel, that is my handsome model in India. Prakash Patel, I know he'll be coming to NYC pretty soon, so I can't wait. Kapadia Lalman, good night to you. And wonderful tune indeed. We have the singer, Mr. Navin Singh, in the studio. And to my right, Mr. Dignitary, to my left actually. Hey Ramina, how you doing? Good night, good night. Chandra Lal, she said, wow, Guyanese, we have a lot of talented people indeed. Nandrani, how you doing? Sonia Nazir, High Tech Troy, and he said you sound like Super Cat. High Tech Troy will be in our studio very soon as well. He's a wonderful singer. The beautiful Liz Padman, One People, One Nation, One Destiny, that is representing homeland Guyana. Mr. Miles Alex, wonderful indeed. Thank you very much. And what advice would you give to the girls out there in a relationship? Let's go.
Depends.
The one that's married, because I read John from Queen's comment. He said once they say I do, it's a lot of things they don't. So
well, I guess I will go back to the song earlier, Dibby Gyal.
And don't be a Dibby Gyal in the relationship.
Try not to do that, just try not to be boring, just spice it up, always keep it, just keep it fresh all the time, and you're always gonna get the guy coming back. See?
Good night to W.R. Riaz all the way from Guyana. Good night to each and every one of you. Hey, Shalini Ramdas, good evening to you. Shani Singh, respect, Mr. Dignitary. And Navin is saying this chap is bad.
Yes, I want to say big respect also, Miles Alex. I see you up in there. DJ Rav, DJ Bruck up. And definitely my DJ right here playing live.
Select the both and the ones and the twos. Chandralal, good evening to you. Let's rock and roll. And if you guys want him to do another one, just drop the one button. Click on the one and we will go again. Let's go. Select the both and the ones and the twos.
You have that next track.
Janjat in the morning, Janjat in the night. Pull Mati, pull a cutlass, cause Nani want to fight. Janjat anywhere you go. Janjat in the chutney show. Janjat in the morning, Janjat in the night. Pull Mati, pull a.
C.T. Ramkaran, good evening to you. Chandralal, thank you guys for joining us on Shanaz Musical Sensation. Guess the singer. I'm not going to introduce him. Guess the singer.
Yeah, man. Them say when two guys in his link up thing up a mash up. Apache Waria, Dignitery. All treaty people come from a line now. We are the yard, so me on the front line now. All treaty girl when you shake the behind. Make them know you is one of the kind.
Gail Sheriff. Patsy Kundan.
Raise your one now, GT people. Make them know that we not simple. When we fed say we not idle. Never know them GT bats up. Them never know we bats up. Never know them GT bats up. Them never know we bats up. What the GT girls whine. What the GT girls grind. What the GT girls whine. What the GT grind.
Find girl on the right, them a coming at the place and I move all night. And I boom up the dance like dynamite. And the dignitary on the blasted mic said jump, jump and move up tonight. Jump, jump and make you feel alright. Jump, jump, girl, move up tonight. Jump.
I get in a soca fever. Me feel like when I dumper. Stand up in a corner. When the music start to play.
Hey, what?
If you see the girl break away.
For real?
When the DJ start to play. If you hear the girl what she say.
I what she say?
When you see me move, they want to move. When you see me groove, they want to groove. When you see me whine, they want to whine.
All good.
Move it to the left, move it to the right. Move it to the left, move it to the right. Hold the bumper, hold it real tight. I and I see me ready for the ride.
Pum pum shot for in a mini for the what and ready. Girl, come follow me and push up the one girl you ever ready. And tell I'm bad for the new style. Girl, you know I and I got the authority. For the girl, them wine me say in a party. Coulda go country, whether from Barbies or GT. Me say girl coulda white, some coulda Chinese. Some coulda black, some coulda bully. And the dignitary and the one Apache. So the guy and his girls, some got the wine Rio. Yeah, let's see this one. Dedicated to all my Guyanese ladies. I love them to the maximum and it's done done. Right? So Apache, where I tell them say, come down.
Raise your one now, GT people. Raise your one now, GT people. Make them know that we not simple. When we fed say we not idle. Never know them GT bats up. They never know we bats up. Never know them GT bats up. They never know we bats up. What the GT girls whine. What the GT girls grind. What the GT girls whine. What the GT grind.
Girl on the left, one girl on the right. Them a coming at the place and I move all night. And I boom up the dance like dynamite. And the dignitary on the blasted mic said jump, jump and move up tonight. Jump, jump and make you feel alright. Jump, jump, girl, move up tonight. Jump, jump. until a broad daylight come.
I get in a soca fever. Me feel like when a bumper. Me and me GT lover stand up in a corner when the music start to play.
Yeah, what?
If you see the girl break away,
For real?
when the DJ start to play. If you hear the girl what she say,
I wish you said.
when you see me move, they want to move. When you see me groove, they want to groove. When you see me whine, they want to whine.
All girls.
Move it to the left, move it to the right, move it to the left, move it to the right. Hold the bumper, hold it real tight. I and I see me ready for the
The
ride.
boom boom shot or in a mini for the what and ready. Girl come follow me and push up the one girl you ever ready. And tell them bad for the new style. Cause you know I and I got the authority. For the girl them wine me say in a party. Coulda come from town or up a country. Whether some Barbies or GT. Me say girl coulda white, some coulda Chinese. Some coulda black, some coulda fully. And the Dignitary and the one Apache. Say the guy and his girls them got the wine Rio.
Big up Mr. Dignitary and Mr. Apache Waria. Hey, Mark Patel, how you doing? Lalita, good evening to you. Latoya, how you doing? Good evening. And yes, thank you guys for tuning in to Shanaz Musical Sensation. Mr. Dignitary representing homeland Guyana, and that is coming all from directly from your heart. Most of the music you wrote before is from your heart.
Direct from my heart, and maybe my own personal experience or other stuff I see going on. I just want to say big respect again to my brother Apache Waria on that one song. We actually did that in 2007. So
Wow, that is a
been a
really
while,
hot
so.
song, right, Mr. Deomoti? I believe he agrees with me. Mark Patel, good evening to you. Latoya, thank you very much. Mr. Jacob Ramsamy, Paul Ragubir, Chandra Lal, and if you guys, I see a lot of ones in there. If you guys want to hear him rock and roll, share the link, share the love. Mr. Lawrence Williams, good evening to you. Happy Thursday. Thank God it's Thursday. We're getting ready for the weekend, and it's going to be a fantastic weekend. So, you know, my motto is make hay while the sun shines, because you never know when the sun will go away. So make hay while the sun shines. Make the most of every day. The beautiful Usha Azimula, Wisconsin in the house. Liz Padawan, good evening to you. Chico, how you doing? Good evening. Select the Bolt, are you ready for the DJ? Well, the wonderful singer we have in the studio tonight. Chico, how you doing? Good evening.
The Moskato.
Patsy Kundan.
Yes, I want to say big respect, Dio Moti, all the way from Florida. Everyone locked on right now in the chat, in the comment section. the whole
Sitaram
Facebook.
Karan, Gail Sheriff, and yes, you're getting a lot of love. And you know, when you're singing from your heart, it always seems to appeal to people because they might know what you're experiencing. They might have similar, you know, experience as well. WRES all the way from Guyana, Navin, Ramnarayan, Navin heading to the studio. It's Shanaz Musical Sensation every Thursday. What do we have coming up next? Well, you never know. Just keep following Shanaz Musical Sensation. And here is a flyer that we have for our Zumba class. If I could find that flyer. For the Zumba class next week, Tuesday, join us. Zaki's Halal New Falafel, Lamb Over Rice, Chicken Gyro. Stop by Zaki's Halal Food, 108th Street and 101 Avenue. Delicious halal food 24/7 from the guys you love on Liberty Avenue. When it comes to the best of homes, call Access 24 Homes, the beautiful Rosanna Beaumont, 516-322-0632. Access 24 Homes. Let's rock and roll. You're in the studio with Select the Bolt on the ones and the twos, and the handsome Mr. Dignitary, the talented Mr. Dignitary, representing Homeland Guyana. And I'm always proud of our artists. You know, we have so much talent out there that's not being demonstrated. It's not out there. So what would you like to say? What would you like to see?
Well, I definitely want to say again, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and even a lot of more artists, whether Guyana, Trinidad, or own West Indian. You know, it's good to see that we do have a lot of talent, we do have a lot of artists, but we do need a lot of, I guess, avenues that we can put
Right,
it
a
out
lot of
on.
platforms on
Yeah.
there to promote you guys. And guys, Shanaz Musical Sensation in Guyana on air, radio, TV, something coming your way. It's always good to promote our local talent because, you know, we are Guyanese. If we don't promote each other, who will promote us?
No, you're right, you're right.
You know?
So that definitely together we carry the flag higher, you know. So,
That's right.
for sure.
Let's raise the bar when it comes to promoting our culture, our love. Happy Holi to each and every one of you. Select the Bolt is ready, so let's go.
Yes. This one dedicated to all of the girls them right now. If you know, so you keep one man. I wanna see some likes, I wanna see some emojis. Light it up. Shanaz musical sensation. Yo, girl from you keep one man. From your nose so you keep one man. Jump around and put up your hand. And run your body like a gas station. Girl from you keep one man. From your nose so you keep one man. Jump around and put up your hand. And run your body like a gas station. Hold up your hand, show them your wedding band. Make them know say you are the one. Cause you done already have your husband. Have one man, you now want more than one. A girl you try but she can't take your man. Cause you done old for your possession. Make them know say you want no slam bang. But bang 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 bang. What's up now? Girl from you keep one man. From your nose say you keep one man. Jump around and put up your hand. And run your body like a gas station. Girl from you keep one man. From your nose say you keep one man. Jump around and put up your hand. And run your body. Shanaz, girl you know so you never run down. Hold up your hand cause you know you can't done. Anyway you go man, them a run you down. Make them know so you not run around. You a say one to the maximum. That's how you make all the man a run come. All them a try but them not get none. Make them know you not give your man bun. Girl from you keep one man. From you know so you keep one man. Jump around and put up your hand. And run your body like a gas station. Girl from you keep one man. From your nose and you keep one man. Jump around and put up your hand. And run your body. Shanaz, hold up your hand, show them your wedding band. Make them know say you are the one. Cause you done already have your husband. Have one man, you now want more than one. A girl a try but she can't take your man. Cause you done old for your position. Make them know say you wanna slam bam. No man can do that. Bang 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 bang. Girl from you keep one man. From your nose so you keep one man. Jump around and put up your hand. And run your body like a gas station. Girl from you keep one man. Yes, I wanna say big respect once again. Shanaz musical sensation. We across the nation. You know the Dignitary representing. Style out. All who not like that walk a mile out. Yeah man.
Big up to them, watchman, Mr. Mahendra Ram Killer One. Good evening to each and every one of you. Mr. Dibby Gyal sing, watching us from upstate New York. And yes, Jaan from Queens said it sounds really good on his channel, so check him out for all the wonderful artists out there. Hey, Mr. Dibby Gyal, how are you doing today? Ravi, how are you doing? Good evening to you. Navindra Prasad. Good evening, good evening. And somebody say, Deborah Watson, good evening to you. How are you doing? Sitaram Karan, good evening to you. And Navin Singh is in the studio, guys. I know you love him as much as I love him, so put your hands together. Lots and lots of hearts and kisses out there for Mr. Dignitary stopping by Shanaz Musical Sensation. Sita, thank you very much. Gail Sheriff, let's rock and roll. Any word of advice out there? I know you could find him on YouTube, titled Dignitary. Select the both is on the ones and the twos. And yes, we're having a fun time in the studio. Muzik-Matic.
Yes, that's my independent label and recording studio, Muzik-Matic Records. You could find these music all over. You know, the CDs are distributed worldwide. If you don't worry about the CD no more, if you can't find it, you can go online. Everything is on streaming, on Spotify.
How about we give them a treat and just drop the link in here after the program so they could download that?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Everything it's on there. You know, Amazon, Spotify. You know, just check it online. It's all musically distributed now, online, digitally. So, you know, it's the days for CD has been long gone. So, you know, whatever it is, that's what it is.
Well, I'm keeping these. These are going to be my souvenir in the studio alongside with all the wonderful, stickers we have here. Thank you, Mr. Dignitary. Show him some love, guys. I want to see some more hearts. Good night to my beautiful mom, Bibi Muhammad Chico Hiram. How are you doing, Mr. Dibby Gyal? Thank you very much. The beautiful Veronica Singh, good evening to you. Thank you, guys. Mr. Muhammad Asgard, Deborah Watson, Hirala Kishore. And big up to the sound engineer. It's sounding really good. You know, we put some time and effort when we have these artists coming aboard because we want you to sound and listen to the sound that he's producing. And you're always making good music. So thank you to Select the Bolt on the ones and the twos. Chanjalal, thank you for always loving it. And you could see Dibby Gyal right there from Jaan from Queens link. Let's rock and roll. Thank you guys for sharing the link and sharing the love. We will continue with our Holy segment. Happy Holy. You have anyone celebrating Holy?
Yeah, definitely. You know, my whole family from Schenectady, Rishi Khaderu.
Rishi Khaderu. I think we should head
side,
down to Schenectady this weekend, and celebrate Holy.
And of course, all my Hindu friends and family, all my fans and everything. I just want to say happy holidays, happy Holy. I want to once again say thank you, Shanaz.
You are welcome,
Thank you to the DJ right here for giving us this opportunity to come by.
That's right.
Definitely. Bless up.
Thank you, thank you. Nandrani, how you doing? Good evening to you, my beautiful auntie in Antigua. How you doing, Jamila Umrao? Let's rock and roll. Ravin Singh, thank you for loving and supporting Shanaz musical sensation. Mr. Muhammad Asgar is saying, Dignitary, follow him and add all his music. Let's support our own. Hey, Ramanan Sohan, how you doing? Mr. Hirlal Kishore, good night to you in Toronto. Let's rock and roll. The famous Jaan from Queens, Navin. Thank you guys for being in our company on Shanaz musical sensation. You're watching Shanaz Musical Sensation on the famous Jaan from Queens YouTube channel. Continue supporting our #1 YouTuber, Jaan from Queens. I'm yours truly, Shanaz Hussein.